Get ready, here we go. Turn it up, let it flow. Bryan with a Y, Marshall with two L's.
Okay, good with art. Let's do some bass. Mute harp, Corey, mute harp. You're good. You can mute. Oh, you're a vocal. Mute harp vocal. Stand by before you unplug it. You're good. Alright. Bass again. Did anybody need bass? Bass in the monitor at drums. I can do that. Bass, you need it in front of you, or are you okay? That's fine. Yeah. Alright, everyone good on bass? Alright, let me get a little kick and snare really quick. Anybody gonna want kick snare on stage? Do a quick round of your whole kit for me. Alright, here we go. I think that's everything. Derek.
While these guys are tuning up, my name is Bryan Marshall. We're the Bryan Evan Marshall Band. I'm going to tell you a little joke because I might have a couple of friends in the audience. They said, "Why do you use your middle name, Evan?" I said, "Well, I called a friend of mine and I said, call me at 5:30. And he wrote BM at 5:30. So when you're our age, that's not what you wanted to hear. And I can't hear anybody laugh.
Well, you did have friends. All right.
So anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're still tuning up a little bit, but thank you so much for being out here. I know it's raining. Are you guys pumped? Are you guys over there pumped? Rock and roll means more than rain, doesn't it? You guys are pumped. I know you are. Right now, the weather is not our friend, but the good news is the lightning is far enough away. We're going to listen to some more awesome music, all right? With that being said, you guys don't want to hear me talk. You want more music. This band is awesome. Bryan, Evan, Marshall, Brew!
Hey! You know, know, one thing, I'm going to get a couple of things out of the way here. This staff, we watched them set this whole thing up in the rain. They worked their little behinds off, and I'm appreciative. I know everybody in the band is too. So we want to thank the staff and the professionalism and the kindness that they showed us. Now, some people say, I'm glad to be here, but I'm going to indulge me for just a second. A week ago Tuesday, I was coming to rehearsal, and a car hit me at 50 miles an hour on Randolph Avenue and sent me to the hospital. And Officer Hodge, where's Hodge yet? Okay, you do it, man. Officer Hodge. Officer Hodge is here as my guest tonight. Could you give him a hand? Class act. I call this chief. They're also a class act. So Walls and Hodge, we appreciate them. And we appreciate the police doing such a nice job. Thank you so much. So, some people said, well, thank God you're okay. And I said, I already did. Anyway, we're going to start with a little song. Gary, Jacob, the show producer, said, House of the Rising Sun is my favorite song. And I said, man, House of the Rising Sun, the Beatles thing? And does anybody know that the Beatles recorded House of the Rising Sun in 1969?
They know.
They know. Well, they did a terrible job. So here's the thing. We're going to start with House of the Rising Sun because of the Beatles, but we know that's the only song we can absolutely play better than the Beatles. We're going to try that, okay? Now, we only practiced one time. Erin Hill, I'm going to introduce the band in a couple of slots here, but Erin Hill is a friend. She came from New York to join us. She's a magnificent, accomplished harp player. If you don't know Erin Hill, Google Erin Hill before she starts playing. You should. And see who. Erin, just for a second, I know this is unorthodox, but we got both of our audience people out here wanting to hear about you. Just tell them for a second who you played with, if you don't mind.
Oh, who I played with? Well, the Councils. I'm going to play with the Councils again on Sunday. And people who aren't playing at Abbey Road in the River, I played with.
So, she toured the country with Kanye West and Cyndi Lauper and yeah.
Enya, she's so nice.
So anyway, we are proud to have her, and we'll do some more work with her. So we're so proud to have you here. Erin is from Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Yep. Yeah.
And lives in New York City. What was the Dave Chappelle? Tell them that. What's that story?
Oh yeah, Chappelle's Show. That's where people recognize me from. The pretty white girl who sings stage spots on Comedy Central on Chappelle's Show.
You'll recognize that? There we go. All right. I start this off. We do this very slow. We had one practice with Erin. That was yesterday. So we'll see how we do. And my buddy over here, Tarzan, he's not a regular member of the band, but he is a buddy. And Richard Lancaster. Everybody calls him Tarzan. The best part of that was that the girl that brought him to the group, her name is Jane. I said, this cannot be true. Jane brought Tarzan. Anyway, he does a good job.
Holding straight out of the job. These guys here, I played with them a little bit before. They're fantastic group of guys. And I was wondering glad to come back in and help them out with this game. So they just went back to the not Beatles version.
So they said there was a spoof on the blues. They said, well, maybe you guys should write a blues song. I said, okay. Now, it's not true today, but on most cases, it said the sky is blue, the ocean's blue, sometimes I'm blue. Blue's my favorite color. And after this, I'm going to introduce the band for a minute, too. You don't mind that. But our friend Phil is going to do the song. So we were in Florida while he's looking for. We were in Florida doing an album. We're going to introduce a guy a little bit who survived the Leonard Skinner crash. I'll wait for a little bit later to tell you about that. He's sitting in his tent over here. He's a buddy. But we did an album 3 weeks ago. We were all down in Florida. And what can I say? We really didn't know we were going to do this show. It was a last minute opportunity. And we're glad to be here. And that guy right out there. That guy right back there. Yeah. He's staring at us. He's watching. He's watching us. He's watching us. Y'all clap, otherwise we won't be able to come back. Yeah! All right, covered in blue.
Well, blue is your favorite color. Up in the sky, down at the ocean, where the waves are flowing by. But if blue is your favorite feeling,
He said, dude, just play the scales and rock it out. Ryan for nothing. Next on guitar, Tony Warner. Tony started out 30 years ago in Nashville playing the guitar for a little guy named
Who knows? I've played for anybody who wants me to.
George Strait. He's played with everybody. The stadium tours 80,000 people. Tony said, he said, the star was there and I'm here, and as soon as the lights went out, I went and got on a bus, I got on a jet, and that was the way that worked. Called Life in a Box. Nobody knows all these people. It's funny. My next buddy over here, Tarzan, I mentioned Tarzan, so he's more of Tim, I call him Tim Lizzy. Tim Lizzy did, but we did do a show with him last October, and almost a heavy metal show. It was great. So those guys, we're going to do a little song later about Jim Morrison. So you think he could do that job? He's perfect for it. And my special guest, Karen Hill, I already talked about. It was so nice because I called her. We got this nod, if you will, 30 days ago. And I called her and I said, I don't have a spring session. I know you're in New York. Would you come? She said, I will. Well, thank her, yes. Wow.
This next song is called Mission of Hope.
Here we go.
Open the message. Send you devil man. A beautiful white dove on an old land. So I wrote back her letters to send, but just a word from the mountain to be Open the mission, and the other hand. Beautiful white shirt, gives the bright blue sky. And dawn driving the caravan.
I gotta tell you just a second. So, Lisa and I were cruising down the highway, a 5,000-mile trip toward Tucson last October. I look over and there's this mission that we just sang about. And by the time